And you are looking live or listening live. It's a podcast. It's at your discretion. I'm Bart Winkler. It is the Bart Winkler Show, and we're live on YouTube, and we're also here on Apple, Spotify, and more. All right, so the Bucks win over the Nets, and that's where we're starting tonight. We'll also talk a little Packers. There's some trade targets. Rodgers is blaming society for people not understanding why his comments were made. I don't like him. I just want to get off this ride. I've said that many times, but sue me. I'm terrible. I'm a terrible person because I'm tired of 18 years of Rodgers. But we've got somebody else that we can look forward to, and that's Giannis, who completely dominated tonight as the Bucks stay undefeated. Hashtag Bucks and Packers have the same amount of wins. Giannis 16 of 25 tonight, really got cooking in the second half. 43 points in this one. I saw somebody tweet earlier today that they thought Giannis would put up 50, and they were pretty close. I got the StreamYard link out. I'm going to get to you guys. We'll start with Matt in the Falls.
Oh,
Matty, let's do it.
Sure. Can you hear me?
I'll hear you loud and clear. Can you hear me, Matt?
Good evening, Bart.
What's up?
Just watching the game. Just thought I'd tune in, see what's going on. I noticed it's sunny as usual at your place.
Yeah, it's always sunny at my house.
Always
According
sunny
to
at
the
Bart's
background I
house. Could be a show.
Piano's unmoved. Pillows are unmoved.
That's great. Yeah, great game. I mean, I don't have much to say, but Giannis took over, and he's the best player, and we're lucky to have him. The Nets, I feel like the Nets just don't have the heart, kind of like the Packers. They have all the players, but they just don't have the heart, never will.
Well, you have your star guy who wanted to get traded and said he was never going to play for the team again this summer, and nobody believed him. And now he's back. Simmons is there. Kyrie.
Simmons sucks.
Yeah, Simmons is bad. Kyrie, of all the things that people clown Kyrie for, the fact that he thought when they played here at the Mecca that was the floor from 1972. I mean, that's the biggest.
That's not even the tip of the Kyrie iceberg.
No, but that's the one I love the most.
There's so much to hate about him. It's just amazing.
So, just a few comments tonight, or that's it?
I mean, I don't really. We're 3-0. We're really good. I would like to see Beauchamp out there. Have we seen him at all? No, I don't think so.
No, barely. I do want to see these rookies as we get moving here. I don't want Giannis to play 38 minutes every night. Drew 36. But I think that as they get settled into the season and start to get their legs under them, and look, this was a game that I think felt, you want to win this game. You want to win. Some of these games you're going to want to win a little more than the others. I thought that the crowd was good tonight, and I think you're going to see a little bit more of that. But eventually, I do want to see Mamu and Beauchamp, and we're seeing a little of Wara. But
I'm not so worried about Mamu. I want to see our first round pick in forever.
Yeah, well,
Beauchamp. I want to see him. I want to see him get wild.
We don't play rookies, so
get wild. Yeah, that's
all right, Matt. Good to see you.
Yep. I'll stick around, but you can tune me out. Go to someone
can you leave? I don't know. Otherwise, I'm going to.
Oh, this again? All right, Here we go. See you later.
Now he's gone. I don't know what to do. WSSP alum Josh Stewart. What's up, buddy?
Hey, just taking it all in right now, watching another masterpiece.
When's the last time we talked?
I think the Brewers still had a Barley logo then, so it was pre-ball and glove. That was it was still Miller Park, so
I miss you, dude.
It's been quite a while.
Aren't you married now and shit?
Yeah, got a ring. I got 2 rings actually. This one and then the championship one. So
would you have to drop like $500 at the pro shop to get a replica?
I just had to wait outside in line for 2 hours.
You were at the 10,000 ring night?
Yeah, well, kinda. We didn't get one at first, and then we just bull rushed the table, and then we got one.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that night being a disaster.
It was. It was very much a disaster. It was terrible.
They're like, hey, we've got this really awesome thing. everyone wants, and come to the game, and half of you will get it.
And yeah, some will get vouchers, some won't. It was a mess.
Man. Well, it's good to see you, dude.
Yeah, it's good to see you.
I'm not going to put up chairs or anything, but I do feel like this team's going to win the championship. I'm gonna think of a couple of plays from tonight. I'm gonna think of for a while. Fourth quarter, obviously Giannis was great. There was one where he was backing down into Durant, and it looked like Durant had position, but then Giannis just found another way against him. And Durant doesn't want to. He's not drawing a foul. He's not trying to draw a charge here. But Giannis just asserting his will over Durant, and then of course he goes down and does the same thing on Simmons, and he does like the you're too small thing on him. Like Giannis, even tonight when he got called for Kyrie got called for a block, which was a block, and they reviewed it and it was unsuccessful. It just seems somehow
he had a vibe.
Yeah, there's like a new swagger with him.
Yeah, he was feeling some type of way tonight. I think they're looking dangerous right now. The way he's playing, and then just unlock the cash money in a couple weeks and get him in there. Get the Jingle Man in there, Jingle Bells, getting into the holiday season.
Jingle Bells.
It's going to be looking good.
All right. I haven't heard that one before, but I like it for Ingalls. That's good.
Hey, steal it. Take it.
It's already gone. Thanks, Josh. Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, good to see you.
Josh, former WSSP alum. This guy would have probably been to WSSP if we didn't fold. Grant Bills.
Hey, friend. How are you?
What's up, dude?
I looked forward all day to coming home. I had some leftover Buffalo Wild Wings. Just wanted to watch this game, and it just was everything I was hoping it would be. I just love watching Giannis.
Good back and forth, playoff atmosphere. Yeah. Bucks down, come back. Stephen A. Smith debuting a new show. Don't know if anybody watched that. I don't think it sucked.
I don't
think it sucked.
Do you know how many times in the last week I've heard announcers say, this is April basketball. This isn't October basketball. This is March, April, May basketball. We've gotten so many good games in the last week, and the Bucks have been playing. So
I like when Mark Jones said he's got vibranium in his veins. We've all seen Black Panther, dude.
Yeah.
Also, he's the people's champ, not the people's choice. He called Bobby Portis the people's choice.
Oh, man. I forgot about Bobby. Bobby really helped keep him afloat in the first half because Giannis just couldn't break through. Brooklyn was hitting shots and they were hitting threes, and Giannis he couldn't find a way in, and he did a good job of not forcing it, but that's why Bobby Portis is still on this team. And they're lucky that Bobby Portis is still on this team because he just helps keep them afloat in those stretches, especially without Middleton.
First of all, it's so good to see you.
You too.
Second of all, Bobby Portis with 20 points. Giannis had 43, like I mentioned. Drew was 5 of 18. He had a big 3 late. Brooke, 3 of 10, but really good on defense, 6 blocks.
Mm-hmm.
Grayson Allen still out there chucking shots for no reason. He's like Grayson Allen's shooting right now like he's at the county fair where the bucket's rigged against him.
He got a couple really good looks early on, like as open as you could get in a competitive basketball game against a rival early on.
I thought George Hill had a good 30 minutes.
Dude, the perception and the reality of George Hill with Bucks fans is not the same. Ideally, he doesn't play much in a playoff series, and he's not going to be a Finals MVP. But he's a very useful player for them. He did a lot of good things tonight, especially. You
want
said
to talk about what's that?
Well, I was just going to say, you said with Drew, like he had a big bucket late. Drew in every game is going to give you a couple bonehead mistakes, and he's going to give you a couple of buckets, and it's more about like when they happen. Like when Drew has those buckets in big crucial moments, it's huge for this team. It's timing with Drew.
I was going to say, you want to talk about perception and reality. Perception is that Evan Heffelfinger's a big loser. Reality is that that's true. And he is walking out of Fiserv.
That's true.
How was the game? I thought the crowd was decent.
It wasn't bad. I was hoping that they would get a little bit more into it.
It got ramped up in the third after Nash got ejected and had angry eyes for the first time in his life.
Dork.
Yeah, that was pretty hilarious. The problem was they didn't cheer after the quarter, which I kind of took a little bit of offense to. But, I mean, that was about as good as you can expect for an October 26th crowd.
How How many people are going to tweet that the Packers and Bucks have the same amount of wins? I already said it 3 times.
Damn it. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Can I tweet that? Can I give you my
I actually saw Cone Roller say it first, our guy Cone.
Corn roller right now.
Corn Roller.
Oh my god.
So what'd you think, E? You were at the game. Give us you were credentialed by the Bart Winkler show in your Giannis jersey.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate you getting me a credential for this game. I thought that the offense wasn't as bad as it looked in the first half. I thought they were getting good looks. They just weren't falling. So seeing them turn around in the third quarter, Giannis getting more aggressive. I mean, I felt like this was the Bucks game to lose the entire time, and the best team won, no doubt.
Well, yeah, I think the Bucks are the best team. I think that. I mean, it's 3-0? Are we too soon to talk about 24-0?
No.
Who's the Bucks' 25th game? Are they going to make a shirt? Which I still think was the worst moment in Bucks history.
I don't know. They sold those shirts for like 4 years after that.
Now, granted, I am a Warriors fan also.
There it is.
And granted, I was at a wedding that night, so I couldn't participate in the jubilation.
Is it too early talking about 82-0?
Probably.
It's too early to talk about Jay Crowder. I don't want Jay Crowder.
Me neither.
I take
You'd
Jay
have
Crowder.
Grayson, and that's a downgrade.
Jay Crowder's got Damari Carroll disease. Damari Carroll, by the way, on the Bucks coaching staff.
Holy
No
shit.
shit.
Yeah. So the reason I don't like Damari Carroll, and there's 40 guys like him in this league right now. As Cone's calling, I'll get him on here. And
Torian Prince he's Damari Carroll too. He's on the Wolves.
Cone, wait a sec.
They're
So
the same player.
Damari Carroll, I would always play in DraftKings. He just runs down the sideline, is always there for a rebound, lets another guy get it, and then maybe has a post-up 3. And the nights that I played him, he was always like 8 points, 2 boards. And the night I didn't, he was always like 23 points, 9 boards. So I forever hate him.
NBA 2K15 legend. If you take him in like the 8th round in your fantasy draft, you're golden.
Oh, yeah. God, for sure.
You know.
Evan, how was your first day of work?
It was a lot. They showed me a lot of different places and introduced me to a lot of people that I'm not going to remember their name for a while.
Yeah.
Not as good as working with you.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you heard that, but
Is that your buddy?
yeah.
You know,
Here, we can give him the phone.
How we doing, Bart? Love you. Unlike
Hey.
Evan, I actually listen every day, so shout out.
Okay, all right.
Evan don't listen every day?
I listen most days.
No, I do. That's the takeaway of that, not the Evan.
He busted my
just
back
wants
trying to
you
make
love
Evan
it.
a star.
I listen most days, especially when I'm on it.
Most days. Okay, Mom.
No, because my mom actually said she listened, and I don't know.
You guys want to say hi to Cone real quick?
I do.
Cone.
Hey, Bart. Hey, Grant. Hey, Hef.
Hey, Corn.
What's up?
Hello.
It's nice to hear you come on the airways, Bart, and talk about some positivity.
Yeah, you guys got to give it up on this Rodgers shit. I'm real tired of this. He sucks, and you know he sucks.
This is what the one thing I'll say about it tonight, and then I'm going Bucks. But for you to say that we don't need to think about Aaron Rodgers except for the 3 hours on Sunday, and then 6 hours later start tweeting about Aaron Rodgers is, I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, Cone. That's the problem with Aaron Rodgers. That's exactly why I hate Aaron Rodgers.
That's the problem with you.
No, that's the problem with Aaron Rodgers. That's the problem with Aaron Rodgers. Don't put this on me. This is on an egotistical maniac who thinks he deserves to hijack the team 12 years after he lucked into a Super Bowl. Fuck this guy. Get him out of here. Piece of garbage human. Even worse quarterback.
Well, Bart, I would trust your words on egotistical maniacs. So you might
Takes one to know one. You got don't you
fair.
get it, Cone? Don't you guys get it? Don't you get the reason I'm so good at analyzing Rodgers is because I see him in me. Can we break some bread on that?
You are named after Bart Starr, so maybe that quarterback lineage is in your blood.
Yeah.
How far could you Bart.
Bucks look great tonight.
Yeah, Bucks. Cone, I've mentioned your joke 3 times already.
Did you see? I said Nate Marzion is going to tweet it. No joke. And I haven't seen if he has or not, but I bet he does.
He said he'd tweet Bucks and Packers at the same. But I bet you if you tweeted that, if he tweets that, that'll get 900 likes.
I don't like that guy. I'm
Yeah.
I'm anti
He had a
Marzian.
podcast.
Oh, he's a friend of show.
He'll get
Yeah, sure he is.
He'll get 900 likes in a podcast.
Yeah, I have a podcast.
Tweet about how you don't have a girlfriend and the Bucks are your girlfriend again. I'm sure that'll get you a bunch of likes.
Jesus.
That's a good one, Grant.
I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong.
He's a Cubs fan too, so that's
Yeah, you've heard of that before?
He's also 12. Like,
Okay, I met a Bears and Brewers fan, like the inverse. Isn't that even more fucked up?
So they're constantly living in the 80s, huh?
Yeah,
Holy fuck.
seriously.
All right, Cone, anything else?
Giannis baby and Ben Simmons is just like, I could watch that 100 times over. That was awesome.
Cone, I want to be straight up with you. I only brought my phone to my podcast zone in case you called.
Bart, I won't say I love you today, but deep down inside of my heart somewhere, there is love.
There is love. All right, Cone, see you, buddy.
Peace and love.
Peace and
The
love.
love I hate is Jordan Love.
Peace and
All right, bye.
peace and love. Peace and love.
remember listening
ask,
fact equals peace.
Evan, how far's your walk yet?
20 minutes.
You seem like you got
Or-
5 more in you.
You assume I have 5. I'm ready to sit down in some of these chairs right here. We got some nice chairs, nice benches. I might need to take a siesta, see if I can steal a beer from the Schlitz Park.
Where'd you guys park at Hamburger Mary's?
No, we didn't. We walked from our apartment
Jesus.
right next to Lakefront Brewery all the way down to Fiserv Forum.
Hey, I'm going to bring Q into the 4chan here.
So guys, I have to disagree with the Cone love. He like derailed this Bucks love. That was like why did we have to talk Rodgers at all? That was
Because Rodgers is like Queen Elizabeth. She doesn't do shit, but she's in charge of the whole country for some reason.
I mean, I agree with
R.I.P. Prayers up.
R.I.P. Queenie. So I'm looking at the
Prayers
Bucks.
down.
I'm
Are you
looking at-
Irish?
What's that?
A little bit.
Also, Evan, how old are you? You could be like, you've got like a 30-year range to me.
Thank you. I turned
If you
26
could be
on
40
Monday.
or 50, I have no idea.
Yeah, he just turned old enough to rent a car.
I turned 26 on Monday.
Okay.
I don't know if that's a compliment, if it's
Maybe it's the dark lighting. We'll go with that.
Yeah.
the fact that I'm out of breath after a 10-minute walk.
So I was at the game but made it home already. I would say the first half crowd was pretty lackluster, but
Yeah.
the
Corporate.
6:30 starts for ESPN are pretty tough. So like I had to go in work clothes and dress like an asshole the whole time. But takeaways from the
I don't
game:
work.
Jordan Nwora he wasn't like an open door on defense, which is a huge win. Like he didn't do much on offense, but like the fact that he could guard Patty Mills was like a shock to me in isolation. There was one possession. I looked at the guy next to me and was like, holy cow, he just like played lockdown D on somebody, which was pretty impressive.
Q, I just got your private chat messages. No Packers talk, boo Cone, boo, Bucks only.
I only call you when it's Buck stuff. So, but I think I helped you with the deep hatred of Rodgers. There was a few dark weeks that we both shared at like 6 a.m. on your radio show. So, but I'm looking at the Bucks schedule and I don't see a loss until maybe the Cavs the day after Thanksgiving.
I mean, slow the fuck down, bro. They're not beating. They'll lose one of those games to the Pistons because they'll play the Pistons Mondays, play everybody, and then Giannis will sit out Wednesday.
Man, you can buy lower bowl tickets to both those Pistons games for $20. So anybody who's saying it's too expensive to get into Fiserv, go on Ticketmaster right now, and resale tickets are like $20 or $25 for lower.
Did everyone just see Evan beautifully look both ways before he crossed the street?
He's got to make it to his next birthday.
That's what I'm saying.
Shit.
Although
Bart.
I would like some loss.
Grant.
Bart, remember the last time one loss is scheduled out like you just did? He's like, I don't see a loss until Thanksgiving. I remember we talked after the Buccaneers game, and we were looking forward to Buffalo, and you're like, oh, they're not going to lose a game until Buffalo. And I said, oh, they'll drop one. And you were like, no chance. And then they lost the next three. I'm not even putting that on you, but that's what happens when you schedule.
I'm going to tell you right now what's going to happen in Buffalo. They're going to be up 20-17 at half.
Yeah.
And it's going to finish 42-20.
So
probably.
Bart, is your beer count or the Packers points going to be higher in the first half of the game?
Oh, boy.
Well, we are going to a good old-fashioned Buffalo tailgate. I'm going to say beer.
That's sadly,
I don't know, though. I got to drive 10 hours, man, the next day. I'm driving.
They've got to have one of those THC things they're pitching. I don't know.
Yeah, happyplacehemp.com. I'm going to bring it with me.
Yeah, they've got to give you an energizer one that'll pep you to the drive.
They do. THC free.
There you go.
The mango ones.
Yeah. Well,
all right. By the way, I do want to play a voicemail on that. Thanks, Q.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. See you later.
All right, Evan. I don't know how much longer you have.
Like 10 minutes.
Grant,
can I ask Evan a question?
I assume you're falling asleep with me, Grant.
Of course.
Okay. So I didn't look at the box score throughout the game. I didn't think that Durant really did that much, and maybe it's just because I saw him brick a bunch. Like when the Bucks went on that 10-0 run or whatever.
He got cold for a while.
He got cold. Did it feel like he had 33, and did it feel like Kyrie had 27? Because I was shocked when I saw they had that many points at the end of the game.
No, it felt like Kyrie had 39 and Durant had 22.
Kyrie, it was because he kept getting that mid-range shot and then went to the line. KD put up 25 fast. Like, I think he had 20 at halftime, something like that. And once he hit 25, he started bricking everything. So, I mean, it looked legit, like he was going to make everything, and then he just started bricking everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me play this voicemail for you guys. And then I have to make good on a promise.
Hey, Bart. This is Marina from Waukesha. First-time caller, long-time listener. I figured I'd call in because I heard you played Mel's call. It's kind of good to know, there are other women out there that do like sports. But it's kind of funny. My husband couldn't care less, so I have to make him watch the Packer games. Just calling to say I love your bits on the Jeff Wagner. And if you do a read for Happy Place Hemp in your Jeff Wagner voice, I will go there and spend $100. And you have my word. Have a good one. Bye.
Okay, well, Marina.
I will too. I'm going to be in Milwaukee this weekend. I'll stop in my way into town and get something. Use your code.
Code is Bart, 25% off. Happy Place Hemp in Muskego, just off College, or happyplacehemp.com, promo code Bart for 25% off. I can't say I'm Jeff Wagner because legality, he's not endorsing the product. But I can finally reveal to you all tonight that this is my radio voice. This is me projecting as Bart Winkler, the character. My real voice. I just got to unproject. Well, I just want to say, everybody, I enjoyed the Bucks game tonight. They're a team that I really do cherish watching. The thing about the Bucks in basketball is I do find it a little more difficult to get into after everything that's been happening. They are a little too outspoken. I don't know about you, I'm one of those guys that like and I'm not a stick to sports guy. I'm not that, but I wouldn't shut up and dribble. I would never say that. But if they could just not talk and play, that might be good. It's too much about, equality this and I can't believe it. And then I saw the news today across the news ticker on the Schmorgage Mortgage toll-free talk line.
Yeah.
I saw that Eric Bledsoe is playing with the Shanghai Sharks. What more evidence do you need that the NBA is in bed with China? I don't understand it. So basketball, not particularly the sport for me. Football, I can't get into it either because the guys celebrate too much. I like baseball, where if you try to, I don't want to say the word, pardon me, TMJ listeners, pimp a home run, you get in trouble for it. Also, the guy that ran around the bases with a baby, I mean, life begins at rocking around the bases, okay? So I do think that that was a little uncalled for. By the way, I would like to just tell you, as Bart Winkler, myself, I'm Bart, that Happy Place Hemp has some of the most fine products that you will find in the CBD and THC game. They are legal. You don't have to drive down to Illinois, even though they do everything better than we do, except for Chirac, of course. That's just a funny name that I have with my friends. But I do like the Happy Place Hemp, and I do particularly like the Delta 9s. That is the flavor I quite enjoy. They make me feel good after a long day of trying to defend Ron Johnson. Ron Johnson, by the way, I credit Ron Johnson because in Mandela's America, Eric Bledsoe goes and plays in China. In Ron Johnson's America, and I'm giving Ron Johnson what I call the baker's dozens for senators. Senators need to be judged on their 13th year. Yes, Ron Johnson has been in office for 12 years, but those first 12 years are just getting acclimated, seeing who's who, quietly leading an insurrection, piddly-paddly stuff. So it's the 13th year that's the most important, and that's why we need fresh new blood. Vote Ron. HappyPlaceHemp.com. Promo code is Jeff. I mean Bart. Bart.
It's pretty good. It was really good.
That was great.
That was outstanding.
Some of the parts I practiced in the shower, some I just came up with.
Some of the parts I practice in the shower.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
You going home?
We've all been.
Evan, you're in. I've lived in one of these. Like every apartment in America has got just the brown ass door, the brown ass wood, the white ass walls,
kitchen.
That kitchen.
Yep.
Yeah. That's on Vine Street in La Crosse. Yep.
Oh, that's on Harrison Place in North Fondy where I lived.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to make fun of my apartment a little bit more? I can go show you more rooms if you want.
No.
So
you bring someone home with you?
What?
Who's that voice? Did you bring someone home with you?
Yeah, I have a roommate.
Oh, that's right.
How does that make you feel?
I don't know. I dropped a bucket of Deltas today. HappyPlaceHemp.com, promo code Bart. Let me read some comments if you guys don't mind.
Please.
All right, we'll go through some YouTube comments.
Do you mind if I put my TV on really, really loud?
Will you put me on it?
No.
You gonna watch the Lakers?
I'll watch something. I don't know.
See, the Lakers are trash, but I do enjoy watching them.
It's like the Broncos. They suck, but I'm entertained in watching.
Plus game this weekend in London.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch
the last 4 hours during the Bucks game to prepare for this. I ran up and down the hallway in my house to prepare for 4 hours. Then I took an hour nap. Then I did 2 hours of film. Corey says, I'll start it off. I would trade Grayson for Crowder yesterday.
No.
I know Crowder's a Bucks killer. I don't know. Isn't Joe Ingles like going to be a better Jay Crowder?
But worse defensively, but better offensively.
Wisco's Cheese says Simmons is a joke.
That's true.
We were pretty close on his stat lines. He had 4, 5, and 9.
Evan, I wish you could have heard the TV. I know you were at the game. I wish you could have heard the TV broadcast because every time he would do something, it was like, oh, he airballed that shot, but it's good to see that he has the confidence to take it. And then at one point, Van Gundy, after Simmons was complaining about a call, was like, I'm just glad to see Simmons has the fire enough to challenge an official. And I'm like, this is bizarre. It was really
Remember when
why was Steve Nash so mad? Honestly, what happened there?
That guy's a loser. I don't know. The worst vibes, first eye test. He just doesn't look like a real coach. I don't know.
Did you see the walk and talk thing before the game?
What?
Monica McNutt was in the locker room, and she's like, they're like, let's go do a walk and talk with Steve Nash.
Didn't they used to do a segment? Who did a segment? It was called like 94 feet with. Didn't Jay Billis do something like that where you like walk the length of the court and you ask like 3 really basic questions? That's a thing, right? I'm not misremembering that.
Jay Billis is great because every other thing he says, I either I like, and then he says another thing and I hate. Then he says the next thing and I'm like, yes. And he says the next thing and I hate. As opposed to Dan Dakich, who is swimming around in the sewer that is Clay Travis. Dan Dakich is the kind of guy who goes into an office and tells everyone, hey, fuck you. And then they fire him and he's like, terrible workplace.
How are we looking?
Don't.
Do you have to cut that? I'm sorry.
I might cut it as my clip.
God damn it.
We blocked each other. Who cares?
Oh, man, I might get some angry DMs.
Read
Mark
some more
says,
comments.
Mark says,
Mark.
Okay,
hey,
I won't.
Hey,
Mark, this one's from Mark. He says, play the big players against big teams like the Sixers and Nets, but yes, play Beauchamp against the Houstons.
Yeah.
Yeah, eventually I want to see more rookies. I think that you played the Sixers right away. You played Houston, you're getting in the groove. You played the Nets tonight. The Bucks' next game, of course, is on Friday against the Knicks.
Yes.
Rumor has it they're wearing their purples that night.
It's going to be sick.
Rumor has it.
I don't know. The Bucks tonight, you talk about like the bigs. Is that if that's what he means? I don't know if he means big in size, Mark, if he means big in size or like more experienced guys, but the beauty thing about Mark is he means whatever you want him to mean.
Mm-hmm.
We can use the comments any way we want. I think it's so funny that Brooke and Bobby are getting buckets and they're offensive players you need to respect. And then the Nets are running out Claxton and Simmons. And it's like they're 10 or 12 feet off of those guys. And Nash runs those two out there together and they just can't. There's no threat. And then the Bucks have Brooke and Bobby, who I just love. I love this team.
Well, they're good. I mean, it's a good team. This is still without Middleton. Hashtag people forget. This is still without a Drew Holiday that's playing like an all-star.
Yeah.
What's Drew been up to the first 3 games here? It hasn't been pretty. 2 of 15, 8 of 15, and then 5 of 18.
He had a double-double in the home opener.
Yeah. Well,
it's all timing. It's when he gets those buckets. That's
he had a massive one tonight.
That huge step back 3. That might have been the dagger.
Yeah, with Giannis on the bench, too, coming out of that timeout before the Nets could get any breathing room. It's the timing.
Bill says, love you guys. Love this shit. Eat some gummies for me.
Thank you, Bill.
Okay, I'll eat the gummies, but you have to go buy them. HappyPlaceHemp.com, promo code Bart. 25. I mean, can you understand this deal? It's 25% off, and it's not just your first order.
It's every order?
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
This is like Windows Select all over the place, or all over again. When you would explain the various numbers of windows you could get and then the numbers of windows you could get for free. I missed that era.
Can you write a song for Happy Place Hemp?
I already did.
Yeah, Evan, you don't listen. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Oh, he's got a keyboard.
Oh, I remember.
Everyone goes to Happy Place Hemp. It's the greatest place in the world. Get some gummies if you want to forget, or if you want to celebrate with your girl. Happy Place Hemp.com, promo code BART. Get those Delta 8 9-0s and enjoy some THC. You don't have to go south of the border to get the high that you seek. Go to Happy Place Hemp. It's a way to get high without having your apartment reek. I made this all up right now. Happy Place Hemp. I am so good at this. How am I still without work? Oh, I remember it's because that I am Milwaukee Meda's biggest jerk.
There you go.
Perfect.
Well done.
Speaking
You
of,
asked for it. Tim Shea's driving Uber.
No, I'm at the airport waiting for my sister. Great song.
You're doing what?
It's going to go undefeated.
We're better than this. We're better than that.
With you, Tim.
Tim, I applied to 900 different job boards. Oh, this is the fucking bullshit. There are some media marketing companies that they're such scams. Have I talked about this yet? Where they're such scams, and I send my resume, and within 5 minutes they're like, "Hey, we have Zooms tomorrow at 11, 11:10, 11:20, 11:30, 11:40." So then I look, and it's like, "Hey, sports marketing." And what the sports marketing is go and sell Spectrum outside of Miller Park.
Yeah. Speaking of Miller Park, I applied for my old job, and I got.
You did?
Yeah, I got the rejection letter though. I shouldn't be laughing.
You really did? Yeah. You're that desperate?
No.
Hey, Roger Kaplinger retired.
There's a job out there.
Yeah, you think Schlesinger forced him out because he's making too much money?
Yep.
Are the Bucks going to go to the NBA championship?
Would you go to the NBA finals if someone offered you a ticket to go?
I already did that. I went. So
Okay.
I turned down my credential to get drunk outside.
Yeah, I heard Toby tried to get a credential for a
He
fact.
did. Through my show, through the Packers. All right, I got a couple more voicemails. You guys want to hear voicemails?
Yeah.
Uno. Momento.
That's a great point.
The triangle means play, yes?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm playing this off a VCR.
Bart, that's something I would do. Audio wouldn't play. Come on, you're better than this. Let's go.
You were really good at playing audio under me. I really thought that was a thing that.
Bart! It's your girl! Hey, Bart, this is Pam. I don't think there's anything to worry about with this Bucks team. We might be in a 12-point hole, but the last time I was in a 12-point hole, it was the New York Knicks, 1972. Starting lineup and the backups. And I was victorious in that one. So, go back! Bart!
Evan, your buddy's nodding. He seems to like Pam.
Can you translate from it just a little bit?
That was Pam, the perpetual painter. She's saying when the Bucks were in a 12-point hole, it reminds her of the 1972 Knicks when she also was in a 12. This one's from Brian.
Hey, Bart, it's your boy LaCroix here. Just kind of wanted to talk about the Bucks game. I was hoping to catch you, Grant, and Half live, but that's all right. Got my quick opinion on the game.
Not Brian. Voice to text. This is LaCroix.
Giannis looks great per usual, and I guess what are we doing even playing this regular season? It's going to end up being Bucks Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals. date with the Warriors. I think it's just predetermined at this point. Giannis will be MVP. But also kind of wanted to talk a little bit about some of your Aaron Rodgers takes. You talk about how we can't give him attention outside of Sundays, and all you do is tweet about him. It's kind of like your attention-seeking child, and I don't quite understand your angle on this one.
I'm not talking about Rodgers right now. I'm just not gonna do it. I try to like the Green Bay Packers, and he tries to turn them into shit. Do you earn the chance to wreck a franchise after a nice career? Or when you're done playing well, should you get the fuck out of here? Ted Thompson had balls, he got rid of Brett Favre. He saw that he was a nasty man. But Goody's a cuck and doesn't care, and Rodgers now owns the land. Matt LaFleur's just as big as a cuck.
Another great song, Bart.
Beautiful.
What do you call that one?
I call that one cuck.
I love the word cuck.
It's one of the best in the English language.
I'm Tim Michaels. I came down here to see the one place off the highway where they had crime. And I won't go into the city of Milwaukee, but here's an abandoned lot in Menominee Falls. I will solve Milwaukee's crime, even though I'm the one person in the state that needs Google Maps to get there.
Tim Michaels always looks like he just got out of the shower. I don't get
Tim
it.
Michaels always looks like he forgot how to shave.
I don't like that he has the first name of Tim.
Why'd you have to make it about you?
Yeah, why'd you have to make it about you?
God.
Just remember, he doesn't live
I just
here.
got off the battleground of the Civil War reenactment, and we're going to have another reenactment if you vote Mandela Barnes, who my campaign is sending out flyers where we... Never mind.
Yeah.
I got a flyer with Bernie and AOC and Mandela playing poker. And Bernie and AOC had 2 aces. And they're like, I don't even know what the message was. I remember it, but I don't know what the message was.
I got an email from John Legend today endorsing Mandela.
Yeah, Mike Wickett hosted a thing with Mike Holmgren.
That was cool.
Oh, people were mad about that. I read the Facebook comments. A lot of Packers.
Yeah, well,
fans
Mike
were
also
out.
got blasted on McAfee today.
Holmgren?
Mike Wickett.
Wait, really?
Why?
Because he said, I was going to record my pod, and now I'm not, because I can't understand McAfee not challenging Rodgers. McAfee's like, oh, we didn't challenge him? Oh. Like, McAfee is great.
Yeah.
A great media sensation.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't ever challenge Rodgers. That's not. And then like Ty, whoever this fucking Ty is. You know what? Fuck Ty. Fuck that Ty guy for being the representation of Packer fans. Fuck him.
I don't know. His Jordan Love draft night video is maybe one of the best of all time.
Better than what me and Horvath did?
Second to that.
You and Horvath did it for a whole summer.
Yeah. And then
And
they
I mean
got
that in a
Billy
good way.
Mohawk sitting on the chair being like, fuck you.
Your DeGuara one will forever live in my mind.
DeGuara, piece of shit. He thought he was getting drafted in the 7th round. He was asleep at his mom's house. Tim, where are you? You're sitting in a car.
Yeah, I'm waiting for my sister.
What's taking her so long?
Her flight's not in yet. It's delayed.
Where's she coming from?
Tampa via Atlanta.
Didn't care about that part.
What are her
Tim.
thoughts on the Bucks?
What was that?
When I did get my rejection letter, they also did send me 2 free tickets.
Shut up. You're lying. You didn't really send a rejection letter. Did you really apply for your old job?
2 free tickets.
Did you really apply for your old job?
2 free tickets.
Those are not from that.
Or we should start a contest and give this away.
Tim Shea is claiming he applied for his old job with the Brewers. They rejected him and sent him 2 free Loge level tickets. Tell me you're lying.
I'm lying. They didn't send me this. I had this, but I did apply for the job.
All right, you have to pay each of us $6 now.
Bart, we should give this away for a prize. You should
I
start.
got an early look at the Brewers promotions for next year.
They haven't come
Did
out.
you really?
Tim, don't kill a bit.
It's yes and.
Yeah, yes and.
Yes.
So May 16th against the Reds, they're having free bun night.
Yes. Yes.
You get as many free buns as you want. But if you want the brats, $8.
How much does the secret stadium sauce cost that night?
Yes, and.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey,
yeah, the Brewers are gonna be the first team in the MLB that when you go to scoop the onions, you gotta put them on a little scale, and they charge you right to your account.
Weigh it like it's a frozen yogurt.
Yeah.
How about what if they have $4 bottle of water night?
The Brewers are the brokest ass team in baseball. They like yell at your seats if you move up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you didn't pay for those 400s.
You need to get back down to the 100s, sir.
Go sit back down, you douche. Remember when they traded Josh Hader and it sank their season?
Yeah. Can we buy the sponsor name for the restaurant to be named later?
Worst name ever. Only bad thing Euchre's ever done in his life.
You don't think it was good in the moment?
Never.
I thought they were actually going to have a name at some point.
Well, that was a joke. It was dumb.
Well, they should
So the Bucks, I mean, Giannis put up over 40 points tonight.
Oh, we're done with the Bucks. Oh, you want some more comments?
Do we have more?
Thank you all for being here. I'm totally abusing your time. This is my show, and I'm
not doing shit.
I'm not giving you guys anything for it.
Look at me. I'm sitting outside.
Tim, why
I'm about
didn't
to go
why didn't you pick me up 2 weekends ago? I needed an Uber, and you left me hanging.
I was done driving. I told you that. And you had already gone to the bar.
Yeah, the one Uber took us to the
wrong place.
Took us to the middle of nowhere. He took us out to Pato. I had no clue where he was taking us. He didn't know what he was doing.
Keegan says, I'm a Bears, Brewers, and Bucks fan. There are dozens of us, dozens.
Well done.
I did think about Monday night about changing my allegiance.
Did you have fun? I had fun watching the Bears. I was happy.
Yeah, because Justin Fields is awesome.
It was fun. It was exciting.
People need to get with it.
Yeah.
I lost my Pick'em league because the Bears lost or won.
Hey, is this anybody? Are you anybody? You want to talk? You just watching? Little dot man. Look at the $5.
It's like red zone.
By the way, as good as Scott Hansen is, Andrew Siciliano is trash.
Here we go.
I disagree. Siciliano shits on Hansen.
Siciliano's always like, well, there's a run by Ford. There hasn't been a Ford on this team in 15 years.
But he actually shows like big plays. Hansen does not. I love watching like 3rd and 7 from
JM says, question is Giannis a bigger sports legend than Rodgers? To me, Giannis is the greatest Wisconsin pro athlete of all time in my book. I'd like to declare right here and right now to end all Giannis and Rodgers comparison questions because Rodgers is a loser and Giannis is the greatest player of all time. Question, if the Bucks got so bad in 10 years, would Giannis just be like, I'll hijack the team. Who cares? Or would he go and try to win somewhere? Rodgers only didn't force a trade because he was comfortable being here. Now you got me talking about Rodgers again.
Don't put that on us.
No.
Giannis needs one more dominant season to surpass Kareem. We're on our way. Kareem Shareem.
Everyone knows Ryan Braun's
Kareem's been to one Bucks game in the last 8 years. It was when he just wrote his book. And then they panned to him. They panned to him. And they showed him on this, like he was courtside seats. It's Kareem. And instead of just being like, hey, I'm Kareem, he's like, here's my book. We get it. You wrote a book.
He shows up when he wants.
I'm fucking hot right now.
Yeah, you need a dummy.
Well, I'm trying to like pick a good. I'm trying to like do something good for a clip.
Keep going.
What else do I got in the tank? What's the deal with corn nuts? Is it a corn or is it a nut?
What's the deal with pudding?
Ooh, my Tinder just went off.
Shut up.
Read
Who's
it. You
rejected
better read the
more in
message.
the last 3 weeks. Tinder or the Brewers? Does Tinder send you 2 Loge level seats when you get rejected for a job?
Oh, look at that! Look at what just flew into my car. 2 free Lowe's level tickets.
And there is the clip.
You're welcome.
Shim Shack says, I noticed Steve Nash had his meltdown right in front of David Gruber as Nash was walking off. Gruber should have told him 1 call, that's all.
Well done.
David Gruber had a nice hot pink coat on tonight, too.
His hair's getting pretty long, too.
He looks sick. He looks sick.
Oh, that's all.
What happened last? The Brewers went to a World Series or David Gruber actually tried a case? 414 799.
No, 677.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we changed for 2 weeks.
Number.
Bart, your voice doesn't match your face.
That's because it was Jeff Wagner.
Oh, boy. Don't get him on that.
Oh, you missed it.
You missed it.
Oh, he already did one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I did a Happy Place hemp read.
I'll have to go back and listen tonight. Tomorrow.
There you
go. Ooh, I got hacked.
What?
Yeah. 69girls.xyz says my hot photo here.
Click on it.
I can in StreamYard.
Oh.
Maybe I can on the YouTube. It might be the Delta gummies, but that was hilarious.
I don't know what they were referring to, but yes, it was.
JM commented, Brewers suck.
True.
Yep.
Zach says Tim is the GOAT.
Thank you, Zach. You get 2 free Lowe's.
Adam says, when did the Bucks transition to concessions only on the app? You can't even pay with your debit card anymore. Is that true?
Yeah, a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
Do the Bucks still like give you a water and take away the cap?
Yeah.
Do they? Yeah. Hey, because at Bucks games you can't have caps on a plastic Aquafina, but in Texas you can just walk around with AR-15s.
So tonight I saw a bottle of Dasani cost $6. A Red Bull cost $7. Beers were $16.
Yeah, well, Dasani is lava and Red Bull is coal.
Health. That's health.
Why is everyone going?
Can we get a Sean McDonough impersonation? I'd have to practice.
Ooh. Really? I thought you were pretty good at that one.
Well, I confused Sean McDonough and Joe Tessitore. But that's also Sean McDonough. Joe Tessitore. Sean McDonough. I got it.
When did Sean McDonough's voice crack? What was that?
And Graham Mertz is going to actually complete a pass over 9 yards.
Would you go to a Badger Bowl game this year if they make it to like this pinstripe bowl? Would you go?
I don't even want to drive all the way to Madison to go to a game.
Only if Urban Meyer's the coach.
Bart's going to kill him.
No, it's going to be John Gruden.
Oh, yeah, that's right. John Gruden, that's who it is, not Urban.
Shitty take, Tim.
God, sorry.
Out of all the takes that have ever happened, that's certainly one of them.
How do we know? So Tim Shea joined us about 25 minutes ago. Claims he's picking up his sister.
Her flight's delayed.
Pretty sure he's casing a chick.
He did say his Tinder went off.
Yeah. Who you casing him, Shea? Who you casing?
Bart.
Who you casing?
No one.
Are you outside my house again, you creep?
Yeah. Come outside.
Let's drop it
3
off.
weeks ago, Tim's like, I'm in Charlotte. I'm like, where? He goes, right by your house.
No. Well, because I knew kind of where you lived, but I didn't know where you lived. You were
And then I walk outside and you're sitting there in my front lawn.
that will be tomorrow morning.
What?
All right, so I got some Buffalo updates on my trip.
Okay.
I am still going. There was some question because of how sick I've been. On Tuesday, Evan, I recorded the podcast with you and Paul at 8:30. I laid in bed at 10 o'clock. I got up at 7.
Wow.
Yeah. It was bad.
I mean, you sound better though.
Yeah. So then I got too much money invested, and I made a guy drive and not fly. So I mean, I'm going. But I am going to try to do a somewhat sort of podcast after the game. I'm going to bring my computer.
Good luck.
See what happens.
I love how you can turn this trip into content. I remember the summer where you did.
Well, I'm hoping to write it off. I made an LLC for that reason.
I'm just thinking of the time you spent like 2 months filling time on your show talking about taking your son to his first game and the strategy around it, and it was
which I executed perfectly.
Yeah, you did. I felt like I was at the game with your son. I felt like I was there.
Big into Paw Patrol right now. A little bit into Spidey and his amazing friends, which is good.
Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood, right?
He's going as that for Halloween. Yeah,
Halloween.
Nice.
Either way, I don't give a shit, and I'm gonna miss it. Am I planning any table jumping?
Oh God,
that's a good question.
It depends. You know, sometimes when I drink, I'm like, I'm just so glad to be on this earth. I love this beautiful rock. What a miracle that I'm even here, that people even exist. But you tilt the scale a little bit, and it's like, I'm looking to die tonight. So we'll see.
Sounds like the last time we were drunk, or I was drunk around you. You were very meaning of life. Happy to be on this rock.
Brooke Lopez 3 for 10, 6 board. All right.
The 3-point defense looks pretty good tonight. Brooklyn was
Holy
only
shit. Join us 20 minutes ago when anyone cared.
I think I'm gonna leave now.
Is your sister there?
No. Yeah. Did your girlfriend walk out for donuts?
God. I might need to move on with my night as much as I like space.
I got one more tweet.
All right.
The teacher in Daniel Tiger neighborhood is clearly addicted to cigarettes. What? Also, the king is evil, only allows his subjects to vote on meaningless things like whether there'll be slides or swings.
What are your thoughts on the political structure of Daniel Tiger neighborhood?
As the leader on swings versus slides, I came down to Daniel Tiger's neighborhood, and the first empty lot I saw, I said, hey, look, there's so much crime. We got to fix this crime. And I ran a company from the East Coast in Wisconsin for 15 years. So I'm the one subject to handle the crime.
You haven't said radical enough.
And those radical liberals on the left, they want more crime.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, real quick thing on crime.
Okay.
In the last year, sometimes my wife and I forget to lock our cars. And they're in the driveway. We have a 2-car garage, but that's where the shit goes.
You're one of those guys.
Not on purpose.
Well, it's never
It
on
was supposed to
purpose.
be like an automatic garage and it broke.
There's so much empty space behind you in that house, though, for stuff.
Hibbity hibbity. Libbity
Continue.
bibbity.
I didn't.
3 times the cars have been broken into. Open. No smashing because they're open. Everything's been torn apart. Phone chargers left. Personal items left. Money left. What are they looking for? I'm
Neil
thinking either
Diamond
keys, they get in my house, or guns.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the police told me when that happened to me.
They're looking for guns.
Yep. In your glove compartment, whatever you want to call it. That's exactly what they're looking for.
Well, my platform is everyone needs to lock their doors.
It doesn't even.
Do we
sound
all
like
get a handgun to put in our glove compartment?
Every gun gets a gun.
Ooh. So that they're not lonely?
I was like looking for jobs today. And the one was like media producer. It said, make commercials for us. Write the copy. I go, this is right up my alley.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing it goes is strong, passionate love for Second Amendment.
Ooh.
I was like, bang, bang, sign me up, baby.
Is there a way that you can write the commercials so that they're accidentally based?
Is there a way I could have ended this podcast 20 minutes ago?
You probably should have.
There's still 65 people.
What's that motherfucker got to say?
He said there's still 65 people watching.
I know. That's why I can't quit. It's like there's still people watching. It's like I'm doing a stand-up and I run out of material, but no one's leaving the fucking place.
Do you want to do our Seinfeld impression again? What's the deal with audiences? What's the deal with marrying a 15-year-old?
Seinfeld.
He did, or I think she was 17 or something when he was like 38.
Yeah, that was weird.
Can may I be so bold as to throw a topic out there if we're going to keep talking?
Well, I would like to leave.
But look,
I want to hear this topic, though.
It's your show.
Well, no, I don't know.
At the very end of my show today, I was thinking, and I'm pretty sure I believe that if Christian Watson would have caught that pass in week 1, the Packers would be 5-2 right now, even if they didn't beat the Vikings.
I did.
That was the greatest thing you've ever said.
I did see that.
The tweet has 1,200 likes.
It does?
And none of them are Packers beat people. I cannot break through. I can't.
Your tweet has 1,200 likes on that?
Yeah.
Yeah, Christian Watson dropping the ball changed the whole season.
Yes.
Because Rodgers was like, we're going to do it. I planned. He goes, woo.
Think of it this way. If Watson catches that touchdown, what does Rodgers say in his presser? And like, the season goes completely differently. I don't know. I just want to break into Packers Twitter. I want to be
If
noticed.
I was governor, Christian Watson would catch that football.
This is bullshit. Pete Bukowski likes my tweets all the time. He won't follow me. Douche. He was on our afternoon show today.
Ooh, Kenny and Rizzy.
Kenny and Heilprin. That's not our afternoon show, but
Oh, I know who your afternoon show is.
yeah.
How are we looking?
No.
No. Anyways, well, I think I'm going to leave because I don't think you'll stop this on your own tonight at some point. You need to do some other things tonight.
You're right. I might not stop this on my own.
Is tonight the telethon? Like 24 hours straight?
Should I do one tonight?
This one's for the kids.
I do have one last voicemail before we wrap up the show.
Okay.
And they've been listening. And
who's it from?
If you want to comment.
I really wish I would have grabbed a beer at the beginning of this.
This one's from Mark. Tomorrow, picks with Horvat. See you, everybody.
Have a good. Good day and welcome